coming to the realization of really just having it in you to have a good understanding of knowing that no matter what it is that you do, I do, no matter what it is that I do as a person, it's not going to change the world. It's not going to change how anything is out here. It's a very interesting thing to think, know, and believe, because we're not gods on this planet that can really have an impact to do such a thing. So then it makes you wonder, why is it that we try so hard to try to get other people to understand what it is that you understand, to believe what it is that you believe, without trying to force them, enslave them, destroy them, betray them, do anything damaging to them, but just coming to them in a sense of, this is just what I believe, and if you don't believe it, I understand, I'm going to go over here. And then at the same time, being able to dodge around the people that are trying to damage you and destroy you because of what it is that you believe, because you believe some things that, I guess, goes against science, what we have today. My name is Mark Anthony Dubose Jr., and I was born July 4th of 1986. And it gets me out here thinking a lot about a Bible verse that I was just reading and looking at that really put it in me to just have to read it and talk about it for a second. And that comes in the book of John. In the we're all the way into the 16th chapter, all the way down to the 33rd verse. Something very, very fascinating to me, because something that just doing what I'm doing out here has really got me thinking a lot. It's, I told you these things so that you and me may have peace. In this world, you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. It's something that's super interesting to me, because it's like, knowing that we're going to have trouble in this world makes you kind of want to exit yourself away from that trouble. Put yourself out of it. Get yourself away. Just not even say run away, because you can't run away, but you could put up some good boundaries around you to make sure that the world isn't going to be able to dictate what it is that you do and where it is that you go, especially when you set yourself up in a very interesting scenario of living away from everything, living away from the electricity, living away from people, living away and getting away and being away so far away that you don't need to rely upon anybody in reality to do what you do. And I know there's many people on this planet that do such a thing. There's many societies, there's many groups, there's many people that just don't want anything to do with what's going on over there. And for me, I don't know what it is, but not saying that I don't appreciate the United States of America, but I don't appreciate the way that we try to make everybody do what it is that we do in a way of force. And that's not at all what the message is supposed to be spread. And when someone just naturally looks at me and knows where I'm from, they're just going to naturally put those projections and assumptions upon me of who I am and what I'm all about. And it's got nothing to do with me. So it puts me in an interesting scenario, because when you have a group of people that are trying to force you to be and do what it is that they do, force you, where they're going to start taking things from you and start putting worse things upon you if you don't decide to do what they do, it puts you in a jam. It puts you in a big jam. It puts you in a jam of not knowing where to go, what to do, and how to speak and how to say. Because you come to realize that you're just one person on this planet, and even if you do get a couple of people together, you're not going to change this world. And that's a very challenging thing, I think, for a lot of us to really understand, to really think about, because even all the magnificent people and all the destructive people that have been a part of this world that we know in our history books, it's not like any of them were actually truly remembered. It's not like we're sitting down thinking about stories of them all day, every day, instead of telling them to our families. It's no, we learn about certain people in history, then we just move on and move away from it. So no matter what anybody on this planet has ever done, they're not remembered in any sort of way, except for just, I'm going to say, the one person of Jesus. Like, people seem to, all around the world, seem to keep on speaking about, keep on thinking about, keep on wondering about, keep on questioning about. But as far as every other human being that's been here, we forget about them. So no matter what you do, that's what's going to happen to you, that you're just going to be forgotten of. And it's something that is hard to hear sometimes in reality. But knowing that that is just what it is, it makes you want to move into a whole new direction of what it is that's going on. And for me, it really makes me just figure out how to be able to exit myself, push myself, get myself away from anybody thinking I'm this because I'm here. I'm that because I'm associated with these people. I'm like this because I have friends like this. I'm like this because I live where I live right now. I don't know how to be able to get myself to be able to show myself, be myself, away from just someone assuming something upon what it is that you are because of where you are, because of what you do. That's a challenging thing. That's a challenging thing that I don't think a lot of people really understand. I've been told this a lot my whole life of, don't hang out with this person, don't hang out with that person. Because when you start to hang out with those certain people and start to do stuff with those certain people, bad things start to happen to you. And I saw that happen to me. And I saw that happen to me in such a small way, not a big way of knowing, say, what nation I'm a part of and what nation I'm in. That's being an absolute bully to everyone else, to force everyone to do what you do, or else. And that's a horrible thing to be a part of. So it's for me to just really question and wonder, what's the point of putting yourself out there for someone to try to see what it is that you do, see what it is that's going on, for in reality nobody to care. Someone's going to look at it, laugh at it, get a little tickle off of it, or get mad at it, get infuriated at it, or get like in a way of, hey, that's cool. That person sucks and struggling more than I am doing, so I must not be doing that bad. And I hope to at least be a person of that you could just look at me and say, hey, that dude's struggling. I'm at least doing better than that, because we're all not so perfect. And the more that we're able to just openly just express ourselves and share ourselves to the world, you're going to start to realize that you are doing better than what someone else is doing. And it's hard in reality to really just deal with that and accept that, because you run into a scenario that you think you're doing all right. You think everything is good with you, but there's someone else going to look at you and just laugh at you and think so down upon you just because of where you are, what you do, how you dress, how you speak, what color you are, what's in the background from you, and what you're dealing with. And it's a very, very interesting thing that for me, it makes me just really rethink what it is that I do on a day-to-day basis, because it puts a lot of thought in me of, what's the point? If nothing's going to change, if nothing that I can say or do, or anyone can say or do, can be able to change the opinions of people, what's the point of what it is that we do out here? What's the point of continuing to keep on worrying about helping someone else when that someone else doesn't actually want the help? And when they say they want the help, they do everything in their power to just kind of like mess that help up. It's a very interesting situation that I just continuously keep seeing this, and I keep researching the heck out of this and seeing that it's like we think we're helping people, and then we realize in the end that we actually made it worse for them. We made it worse for them because they weren't actually in it the way that you're in it. And when you're in something a certain way, you got these blinders on that are just, you're good, I help you, I'll do this, and not realizing that there's some people out here, and I don't know why it's like this, but most people out here that are just trying to get something real quick, real easy for themselves. And then when they see someone that's just super friendly, super nice, super giving, super willing, and super open, they're just like, oh, I'll take all that person has. And then I'm just going to leave them and then just move on when I realize I can't take any more from what they have. And it puts you in a sticky situation, because I keep on watching this, keep on seeing this, keep on realizing that the same concept just keeps going down. That people just come in and want to get to a point until they realize you can't give me anything anymore. So then it makes you think, like, if I found my peace out here doing what I'm doing, if I found my sense of joy, my sense of relaxation out here, I found my way of being able to get into a situation of not having to worry about needing something to be able to just realize that I'm good to go, that the need that I have, that desire that I have, has been filled with the Spirit of Jesus and the Holy Spirit and God inside of me. That I've realized that that's been able to do something exponentially great for me. But I can't explain that to somebody else, show that to somebody else, bring that to somebody else by looking the way I'm looking, being where I'm at, doing what I'm doing, because it comes down to people just not understanding, I guess, is what I would say. But it's more greater than that I'm asking and praying for. I can't fast enough to get the answers. I can't exercise enough to get the answers. I can't pray enough to get the answers. I can't do anything enough to get any sort of answer on how to be able to help the system of the world out with more people. Because it comes down to that individual person to decide that what it is that you want to do. Where is it that you want to go? What is it that you want to make happen? That I can't force that upon you. I can't say the right word that you need right now. I can't do anything for you. I can't do a single nothing to help you get into a better place and a better position on this planet. I can't. And for me to sit here and even think that I possibly could, hey man, let's get down, girl. For me to even think that I could possibly do that is ignorant of me to think. It's selfish and foolish and childish. Ooh, childish is a good word of saying that. It really is, to think that I could be able to say something to somebody to get them to really just want to do something, talk, pray, ask, get a good understanding of that. Open the Bible up and read five words of it. just not even that. That's too much work for a lot of people, I've realized. Just sitting down in your room, just being quiet and just saying, hey God, are you there? Are you listening? Are you there? It's silly of me to think that I could be a person to be able to communicate that to somebody, to get someone else to be able to do that. Because that other person is getting hit with whatever it is that they're getting hit with. And if you're hurting, you don't care to listen to a person that's just looking like they're doing pretty good, has got everything going all right, is living somewhere that they could never even possibly even be able to think to be able to live, and has items that they've never been able to even be able to dream of being able to have, and able to do stuff and move ways and stay consistent on stuff that they've never been able to stay consistent with. So it's very interesting to me, because I know that to be a 100% truth on fact today. There's nothing that I could possibly say to be able to get you to move into a different way, to pray anymore, to take care of your body and your health and everything around you anymore. There's nothing I can do, because it's nothing I can say that's going to be able to really impact you, really change you, really uplift you, because it's going to come down to what it is that you want for your own self. That I just know. I don't know why, but I just know the certain people that pay very, very close attention to me. You're waiting. You're waiting on a day, on a specific thing to happen that just saddens me. It saddens me because you're looking for something that you're not going to find. So that's why I would say, I wonder what it is that some of y'all watch me for, because I get this, I pray and ask for some things sometimes that I probably shouldn't, because once I realize the answers, it really does sadden me. It saddens me because all I want to do is help. And all I want to do is figure out how to be able to say something, to be able to get you to get that little spark inside of you to want to do something greater, as opposed to just staying where you're at and doing what you're doing and living in this just high level of disgust and hate and jealous and envy and rage. That I want to get you away from that. That I've come to realize this morning that I've got a little bit of this rage behind me that I don't know what it is. That when things are going pretty cool, it's cool. When things are iffy, it's iffy. When things are just destructive, I'm just like, what's going on? And then I expect everything around me to start performing a little bit better. And I caught myself yelling at my dog today, and I was like, man, I'm not supposed to be yelling at that dog. I let out two. He driving his old school truck today. He let out two. I let out two good firm words to him, and I'm just like, what happened there? What happened? And it made me think. It made me think a lot about what it is that I'm doing and where it is that I want to go and what it is that I want to continue to keep on doing in my future. And it makes me think a lot about, why is it that I put so much on myself? That one day, there was a day that I just let it all go, but I didn't let it all go. But why is it that I put so much on myself of trying to make sure that I could help everyone out when everyone doesn't want any help? So something in me today is just having to take a pause, take a step back, I think, at what it is that I do. Because it's a matter of trying to put too much on me to try to think that I can be and I can do and I can make something happen, when that's God's job. And he's got a job, he's got a mission, he's got something to do that it's not up to me to be able to even convince you to be able to do. So there's gonna be a change, a difference, who knows? I don't know. I don't really know yet. I've been praying and asking and wondering and questioning and trying to figure this all out about what it is that I should focus more of my time on and what it is that I should start letting go, realizing that if things aren't going along, you're not able to do what it is that you do. You're not able to get anywhere, is what I would say in reality. Then why would you keep doing that same thing? That you got to do something different to figure out how to be able to get there. And it's time for me to figure out that something different. And that something different may be, I don't know what, but something different. A difference of a change of a difference. But something in me, I listened to a talk last night that really got into my feelings from a guy. And the feelings that he got into me that I went to sleep with and I woke up with and went with a walk with and started to just ponder what I was going to speak about right now, kind of really just put it in me to take a pause, to take a break, to take a step back at what it is that I'm doing, because I'm not 100% sure if I'm doing it because I want to, that it's me, my desires, my wants, my ego of trying to show the world how great I am, how good I am, and how this I am, as opposed to just saying something to really actually be able to help somebody. That a lot of times, a lot that I was speaking and a lot that I continue to keep on speaking is about myself and things that I've been struggling with, to be able to help myself, to be able to get myself out of that struggle. And maybe not all that information is valid for someone else to see. It's just something that I was doing to try to just maybe prove something to my own self. outside of what it is that God is looking for and God is needing. So right now I'm kind of gonna put a pause on what it is that I do to figure out what it is that God really wants me to do, and put a stop to what I do to really try to please God in a way instead of trying to please myself. And I feel like sometimes and some days I've been pleasing myself, and I watched something of myself that I said months and months ago that really kind of saddened me in a way of what it is that I was doing. And it kind of really put a lot of thought in me of what that guy said last night about what it is that I'm headed towards and want to do. That there's some stuff on this planet that is very interesting. It's very interesting in a way of it's not for us to all be able to figure out. And it's not something that I'm going to be able to be, I got it figured out right here, guys, and listen to me and I got the way. Because it doesn't even matter if I do have a machine that can give energy anywhere for free. It doesn't matter if I if I brought Jesus right here and he's standing right here next to me and share a message with you. No one's going to believe. It's not to say that no one, but no one's going to understand it. No one's going to get it. No one's going to put any extra thought behind it of what's actually going on or what's actually going to be able to help you. Because we got such forces that are being pushed upon us that are not trying to help. And it's like the more that I see people trying to stand up and try to help, the more backlash that they keep getting, because what we're getting programmed all day long is going against it. And a lot is going against what it is that I believe, because I live in a certain place that people are going to assume that I agree with that and I'm on board with that. And that's something for me that's kind of very challenging in a way. So it makes me have to figure out how to be able to get myself out of that. And it puts a lot in me to really upgrade what it is that I'm doing out here. And with that, I just want to say thank you for the abundance that I have out here of being able to do what I do. Thank you for the opportunity for me to continue to keep on doing what it is that I'm doing. Thank you for the opportunity for me to be able to know and realize where it is that I'm going next and moving next and doing next. And questioning what it is sometimes that I should really be focusing my energy on, because sometimes when I think that I'm trying to help somebody, I might actually be destroying you even more. I might actually be slowing you down because of the, say, truth that has come to me that I speak out. That the truth is for me, it's not for you. Your truth, you got to figure out, you got to find. And also at the same time, something that I've been working on with trying to help people with their dogs, it might actually hurt you more. And I'm asking and praying about that something that I'm pushing real hard with right now, that in reality, it may make things a little bit worse for you. Maybe a little better in one way, but worse in the long run. You may get some short-term success, some short-term excitement, but you're not going to get the long-term that I know that you're actually looking for. A lot of us get excited about that short-term stuff. It looks cool, looks great, but it's the long-term that I know you want. And that's why for me, what it is that I do is complicated, because I'm not here to give you something short-term. I'm here to kind of make a little challenging up front for you. And then you're going to start to get better and better and better to be able to deal with things, be able to move through some things, be able to get through some stuff. So I'm not here to just make you smile right now, right this second. I'm not here to give you a sense of just calmness and peace right here, right this second. That's not what I'm here to do. Jesus can do that on his own timeline, in his own ways, his own means. But for me, I can't do that. And it's kind of complicated to me, because it really puts me in an interesting situation that I have to really think about what it is that I'm doing. And I'm thankful to be able to have that and be able to do that. I'm thankful to be able to question everything that's going on. I'm thankful to be able to have the opportunity to be able to question everything that's going on. I'm thankful to not know it all, because if I did, that'd be so challenging, because then I would have no choice. And I'd have to do some things that might be very, very uncomfortable for me that I don't know, because I don't know. I don't know, so I don't have to do certain things. And that's a blessing, I'm going to say, that I don't want all the information. I don't want all the knowledge. And I don't want to be responsible for all that, because that's the biggest, the hardest, most challenging part of it, is the responsibility aspect. That now that you know it all, and now that everything is what it is, now you have to be a certain way and do a certain thing and portray something all the time. And I'm so glad that that's not the case with me, that I don't know it all. I just know what's been able to help me, but I'm just one person. And if that's not going to help you, that's awesome. But there's one thing that I do know. I do know as a fact, on matter of fact. What's helped me may not help you, because I had to deal and go through a lot of problems, a lot of issues, a lot of tragedy, a lot of just extremely challenging things and hard times and damaging and breaking down and devastating stuff. That what's happened for me may not work out for you, because not saying that you haven't gone through that, because we all have, but you haven't gone through it enough yet to decide that I don't want that anymore, that I want to get away from that. That I had to make a decision of saying I wanted to get away from that, and what it is that I do and what it is that I believe in and what it is that's been able to bring the peace to me to be able to move on the next day and to continue to keep on doing what it is that I do, and standing up and speaking and going and acting and performing and doing what I got to do. It's a beautiful thing for me, but I can't say any words in reality to try to get you to really understand that. So that's why for me, I'm figuring out how to take a break to get a better understanding of being able to speak exactly what it is that God needs me to speak, as opposed to trying to come up with what it is that I think that I should be able to say. Because what it is that I say isn't going to help anybody, because it's been able to help me. Oh yeah, for 100% fact, it's been able to help me. But as far as being able to help somebody else out, it hasn't been able to do such a thing. So I'm trying to figure out what it is that God's looking for me to do, desiring for me to do, so that I can do that and put that out there to be able to actually help some people out. Because right now, I don't know what it is, but I just know that I don't have it in my heart that I'm helping anybody right now. All I'm doing is irritating and pissing people off and frustrating people in a way that's not bringing them closer to what it is that I want to be bringing them closer to. And the absence and the lack of communication, I guess I can say, is kind of just giving that proof to me. I don't know how to explain that. I got the concept in my mind of how that works, but I don't know how to put that into words right now. But it's just the fact of seeing what's happening and what's going on is kind of just proof to me that I'm not helping anybody and bringing anybody in a better direction, that I might be hurting you. And I'm sorry if that's what I've been doing. And I want to figure out how to be able to stop doing that, to be able to help you out in a way that is going to be beneficial. Thank you.